Alright, hopefully you can hear my voice and you can see that I am now moving my cursor. This is going to be a tutorial video on how to use Blackboard. The first thing you want to do is open up your web browser and go to the Perry Local Schools homepage. Then you want to go to the upper right hand corner and click on the Students tab. Next, go to the bottom right and click on Blackboard. Now type in your username and your password. Click Log In. Alright, you're now inside your Blackboard account. As you can see, there's a lot of different features that you can go to. What I want you to look at is the My Classes box. Inside this box will be listed all the classes that you're enrolled in that uses Blackboard. Right now you may see 5th grade math, LOSH, or 5th grade social studies, LOSH, or you might see both if you have me for both subjects. Go ahead and click on whichever class that you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and click on 5th grade math for an example. Now, over on the left-hand side of your screen, you can see a lot of different red tabs. This is going to be how you navigate using Blackboard. The first tab that I have at the top is called Announcements. When you click on Announcements, you might see any special messages that I'll send to you. The first message that I have is just a welcoming to Blackboard. Next, below Announcements, I have a tab entitled Class Information. This is all the information about my class. You can click on the first PDF file, and this has my grading scale, my homework policy, and my course curriculum. Also, you can click on the Power Objectives. This is every single objective that we'll cover in the 5th grade curriculum in mathematics. Alright, below the Class Information tab is the Teacher Information tab. If you need my email address or my work phone, they are both listed right here. Below Teacher Information is Assignments. Now, if you ever left your agenda at school or you forgot to fill it out, this is where you can find your daily homework assignments and what they were. So, I will list each homework assignment into a monthly category. Let's click on February. Inside the February, you can open up a Word document. Inside that document, you can see every single daily homework assignment. For instance, on Monday, February 14th, you had to do fraction review. Tuesday the 15th, beginning fractions. Wednesday, fraction review. And Thursday, have a nice weekend because we did not have school on Friday. Every day I will update this. This is for you to use if you ever left your agenda at school or forgot to fill it out, so you know what is due the next day. Alright, after your Assignments tab, you can go down to Discussion Board. We're not going to use that quite yet. Then, the tab below Discussion Board is Class Documents. This is the most important tab. Go ahead and click on it. And inside Class Documents, I have broken down different folders by units. So far, we've gone through 4 units, and we've had 4 unit summative assessments. Let's go ahead and look at Unit 5, Fractions, because that's what we're working on now. When you click on Unit 5, and just like any other unit that I have listed there, you will have different folders inside. You'll have Homework, Classwork, Study Guide, Quiz, Summative Assessment, Video Tutorial, and Review Games. Let's go back up to the top. Let's say you forgot a homework assignment at school. And instead of coming back up to the school, you can click on this folder right here, open it up, and your daily homework assignments will be listed. Then if you have access at home, you can go ahead and go to your computer, click on this homework tab, this folder, and print it off, and you can bring it in the next day, and this could save you a trip. Also, any classwork that we've been working on, you can click on this folder. I've broken it down into objectives. So far, we've covered equivalent fractions, fraction bars, simplifying, and improper fractions and mixed numbers. If you go up to equivalent fractions and click on this folder, you can open it up, and every single assignment we've done in regards to equivalent fractions will be under this folder. For instance, it's time to take AIM. This is one of the activities that we did. You can click back. You can click on Study Link, Lesson 5.2, or any of these equivalent fraction reviews. And these are all of the assignments that we have done that encompass equivalent fractions. Also, we have fraction bars, simplifying and improper fractions and mixed numbers. Every single assignment that we've done under these power objectives is listed in this folder. That way you can go home and practice any of the assignments that we've worked on in class. Alright, after classwork you'll have study guide. This is a very important folder because in every unit you have to take a summative assessment. This is the review guide that will have everything on that assessment. As you can see, equivalent fractions, fraction bars, less than, greater than, equal to. If you scroll down, you can see some of the material that will be on the summative assessment that we have not gotten to yet. For instance, converting fractions to decimals and decimals to percents, percents to fractions, decimals to fractions, etc., etc. If you feel like you want to work ahead of the curriculum that we're working on in the regular school day, you can open up this study guide and practice some of the objectives that we have not gotten to yet. Another one that we're going to do is adding and subtracting fractions with like and unlike denominators, and this is everything that you will see on your Unit 5 summative assessment. Also, after we take a summative assessment, I will put it in this folder here so that you can access it at home. Now, let's say that you were sitting in my class and you didn't quite understand everything we went through in that day. You can go home and click on the video tutorial. Inside the video tutorial, once again, I broke it down by each subject that we've covered, or each objective. Equivalent fractions, fraction bars, simplifying and improper fractions, and mixed numbers. Let's say you were struggling with equivalent fractions. You can go, click on this folder, and there are 3 different videos that you can watch that all have to do with equivalent fractions. Let's click on the equivalent fractions 3 to start off with. Alright, it'll take a few seconds to load, but once it's done loading, you can open up this video in your media player. Alright, today's video I took the fraction 1/3. I'm still going to try and find equivalent fractions, but I'm going to show you that you can get more than one equivalent fraction with just working with 1/3. So let's start with 1/3, and we still have to pick a new. Okay, as you can see, I'm using the Mimeo to explain equivalent fractions. Now, the good thing about this streaming video is that if you already understand this part, you can go ahead and just skip ahead. And you can get to any part on your media player of this video that you might have trouble with. And one last time, I can take 1/3 and I can multiply it by any number that I want. And if you found that this video was not helpful, you can go ahead and exit out of it, and you can click on any of the other videos here that all have to do with equivalent fractions. If you're okay with equivalent fractions, I have other videos posted, from fraction bars to simplifying to improper fractions and mixed numbers. Once again, you can click on any of these folders, and there will have videos inside of them that will help you on each of these objectives. Alright, the last thing you can do is go back to class documents. You can go to any of these units. For example, Unit 4, it has the same exact folders inside Unit 4, and it also has review games. One thing you can do at the end of every summative assessment is, inside the review games, I will place the shuffleboard game that we've played. You can click on it, you can open it up on your computer, and you can go through and play the shuffleboard activity that we did that is a review game for summative assessments. As you can see, you can go through the same exact shuffleboard PowerPoint that I used. These will have questions that you can practice with at home. Okay, as you can see, all the questions are listed here on the left-hand side. You can go through all of these questions. Alright, so as you can see, class documents has a lot of important information in them. You can go through and click on each of these units and practice everything that we've gone over this year. There's a communications tab right here. We won't get into that right now. There's a tools tab. We're going to be doing some paperless assignments in the future where you'll put in your digital Dropbox. But right now, if there's a math term that you don't understand, I have put all of the important math terms at the 5th grade level inside this glossary. So you can look up in alphabetical order any math term that you think is important. And there's some external links here. You can go to Study Island, and you can practice your math skills at home. You can go to Shepherd Software. You can click on any of the subject areas. Right now I'm going to show you math. And you can do any of the practice review games with the different categories. You could click on fractions, and then this has to do with the fractions that we're working with. You can click back, and after Shepherd Software, I have the OAA practice test. This is where you'll click on students, and you have to have, once again, your user ID and your password to access this site. But once you get in, you can take the practice tests that are official questions from the Ohio Achievement Assessment. Once you go through all of these questions, you can click Submit. It'll score you, and it'll give you the correct answers. These are all of the external links that you can click on. Once again, if you had any trouble navigating through this Blackboard site, you can click the Help tab. It's the red one at the bottom left. And you can click on the help video that I have uploaded right here, which is what you're listening to right now. If you have any questions, students or parents, be sure to contact me. And this has been the tutorial video on how to navigate using Blackboard.